Before the forest can reveal its life, it must first awaken to light. Far above the ground, the forest continues in another world. Across the earth, countless lives are protected inside one living world of green. The journey begins where green first meets the morning light. In the cloud forest, color is carried from branch to branch. Beneath the brightest leaves, ancient paths remain close to the ground. The forest floor carries lives, shaped by patience and memory. In the upper forest, every branch becomes part of the road. Height changes the forest, but not its connection. In layered shade, pattern becomes a form of silence. The forest reveals its hidden colors only for a moment. Curiosity carries some travelers into every open corner. Every layer of green has its own path and its own rhythm. Some forest voices travel farther than the animals that make them. The canopy carries sound across a world hidden beneath leaves. At the smallest scale, green becomes a landscape of its own. The forest remains vast, even when viewed from a single leaf. Some lives are shaped to let the color of the forest pass through them. Light changes scale, but every living form remains part of the same green world. In the forest, stillness can hold as much presence as movement. Color can conceal a life as easily as it can reveal one. The smallest wings can carry the brightest color through the forest. Morning has reached every layer of the cloud forest. Beyond the mountains, the green world grows deeper, older, and more immense. Beyond the cloud forest, the green world grows deeper and older. Pattern becomes part of the forest when light and shadow move together. The forest floor is only the first level of this living cathedral. High above the ground, time moves at a different pace. Above the leaves, power is measured in silence and control. The tallest trees create roads that exist only in the air. From above, the forest appears endless because every crown hides another world. Bright color becomes a signal inside the deepest green. Fruit carries the forest forward from one branch to the next. Speed creates another rhythm within the canopy. Every gap in the leaves becomes a test of movement and memory. At the smallest scale, the forest becomes an entire world of texture. Size changes, but every life depends on the same shelter of leaves. Some paths are written directly across the forest floor. The deepest green can hide both movement and stillness. The forest provides a path for every shape of traveler. Adaptation becomes visible in every limb, claw, and careful step. New growth begins close to the ground, carried by quiet movement. The future forest often begins with a single seed, moved through shadow. The smallest builders carry from a fragment of leaf to the highest crown, every scale belongs to the same living structure. Where the roots meet the rising water, the forest continues in another form. Where the roots enter the water, the forest begins again beneath the surface. Light reaches the flooded forest in broken paths of gold and green. From above, water becomes another road through the living canopy. In the drowned forest, movement follows paths that trees once marked on land. The river carries a different kind of grace beneath the leaves. Above the water, the branches remain part of the old forest world. Even a brief flight can connect two islands of leaves. Beneath the reflections, ancient forms move with almost no sound. Still water can hold a presence older than the forest around it. large lives move through the flooded forest with the calm of deep water. The greatest bodies remain almost weightless beneath the green surface. The canopy remains a world of roads, even when the ground has vanished. Color carries across the flooded forest, from the highest branch to the deepest reflection. The smallest primate paths can exist high above an entire river. Scale changes the view, but not the complexity of the forest. The movement beneath the forest is carried by currents the eye cannot see. The flooded forest holds senses and signals beyond human perception. Above the water, green becomes both shelter and disguise. The forest reflects its own color back into every living form. As the water withdraws, the forest floor returns in narrow bands of earth. Water and earth exchange places, but the forest remains continuous. Above the flooded roots, another kingdom is waiting in the highest leaves. Above the flooded roots, the forest continues in a kingdom built from branches. The canopy offers food, shelter, and a road through the sky. From the highest crown, another hidden world waits in the shade beneath. In the shaded canopy, balance becomes a form of silence. Every step is shaped by the space between branches. Along the rivers, the canopy opens into brighter roads of green. The river creates an opening, but the forest still holds every path above it. Some paths through the forest are measured in a single swing. Speed is possible because every branch has been remembered. As daylight lowers, the trunks begin to reveal lives hidden in their patterns. At sunset, even the space between trees becomes a road. At sunset, even the space between trees becomes a road. When the bright canopy dims, another rhythm begins among the leaves. The forest does not become empty when the sun is gone. Morning returns to the canopy on powerful wings. Large wings carry color across the highest level of the forest. The canopy spreads its signals farther than the eye can follow. What falls from the canopy begins another journey on the ground. The forest floor receives everything the high branches release. Power in the forest is often built for climbing rather than distance. The boundary between ground and canopy is never fixed. At the edge of a leaf, even a small body can find a path through open air. The canopy rewards every form that can turn distance into movement. Below the bright canopy, the green world becomes quieter, darker, and more mysterious. Below the bright canopy, the forest hides its strength inside layers of green. In the deepest shade, pattern allows a large body to become almost invisible. Mystery in the rainforest is created not by darkness, but by what the leaves choose to reveal. Old markings remain visible even where the forest light is limited. Armor can belong naturally inside a world made almost entirely of leaves. Every surface in the forest demands a different kind of movement. A narrow trail can carry movement far through the lower forest. In the forest, endurance is measured through turns, roots, and changing light. Even in the shadowed forest, clear water creates a brief world of light. The stream is not the story itself, but a bright passage through the green. The smallest hoofed traveler can move through places close to larger bodies. Scale changes the meaning of every leaf, root, and opening. Pattern can transform the forest floor into a living display. The forest creates its richest designs where light reaches the ground. Length becomes another way of moving through a world crowded with roots. Presence does not require aggression when every movement is understood. A tree trunk can become the beginning of a path through open air. The forest rewards forms that can turn a fall into controlled flight. On the forest floor, shape can become almost identical to the land itself. From the smallest leaf-shaped life to the highest gliding path, the forest remains connected. Beyond the shadowed rainforest, green rises into mountains of bamboo and light. In the bamboo mountains, strength is carried through quiet movement.
What appears gentle from the ground becomes immense when seen across the mountain.
Above the bamboo floor, another path continues through moss and branch. Color becomes warmer where the mountain forest meets the morning sun. The mountain canopy carries sunlight in fur as well as leaves. Light turns mist into a second forest beneath the branches. Beyond the bamboo, the mountain opens into stronger ground. In the high forest, the horizon becomes part of every step. On the steepest ground, balance becomes the only path forward. The mountain forest rewards precision more than speed. Stone and bamboo create a meeting place between mountain and forest. Adaptation is visible in every hand placed against the mountain. The brightest color often waits close to the quietest ground. Against the endless green, a single color can transform the entire forest. Cold mountain water carries a hidden life beneath the bamboo. The oldest forms of the mountain remain, where light reaches only through water. As the mountain light lowers, the forest grows deeper once again. Dark fir and pale mist create another kind of mountain contrast. At the meadow edge, the mountain forest opens toward warmer lands below. The green mountains release their final traveler into the changing wind. The mountain wind carries the journey toward forests awakened by the monsoon. When the monsoon passes, the forest returns brighter, deeper, and newly alive. Water leaves quickly, but its color remains across every leaf. The monsoon does more than fill the forest. It reveals its full scale. In the monsoon forest, pattern moves between light and shadow without breaking either. After the rain, every ridge becomes a window into the green below. The softened earth opens pathways that remain hidden in the dry season. A heavy body can still move quietly, where moss softens every step. When the clouds open, the largest forest bodies step into the light. Strength becomes part of the landscape when the forest opens wide. Above the monsoon forest floor, the canopy remains a world of precise movement. The highest leaves hold roads invisible from the ground. At the forest edge, every branch is suspended above a world of mist. The monsoon reveals depth by placing mist between every layer of green.
The canopy carries its richest colors in fur as well as flowers.
Against the endless green, warm color becomes impossible to ignore. After the rain, the forest answers green with colors of its own. The brightest display can remain powerful even before it opens. Warm stone becomes a brief refuge inside the rain-cooled forest. The monsoon changes temperature, texture, and every surface the body must cross. The monsoon gives even the smallest climbers a world of fresh green surfaces. A short glide can connect two living surfaces before the light is gone. Beyond the monsoon forest, the same light enters a deeper and more ancient green. Beyond the monsoon forest, the same light enters a deeper and more ancient green. In the ancient forest, strength is carried without the need for display. The oldest trees hold a world larger than any single life within it. Among the lower branches, movement remains close to both ground and canopy. Every fallen tree becomes another bridge through the ancient green. Pattern can belong to shadow, bark, and animal at the same time. The forest reveals its rarest patterns only where light briefly reaches the ground.
Large bodies open temporary paths through a forest that quickly closes again.
The ancient green becomes immense when measured against the lives moving through it. Warm color moves through the Congo in stripes, fruit, and filtered light. The forest hides bright color by surrounding it with even deeper green.
A single red tail can become a bright signal inside an ocean of leaves.
Fruit and flight connect distant trees across the ancient canopy.
The canopy carries blue, green, and red within a single flight. Color moves through the Congo not as decoration, but as part of the forest itself. In the shaded pools, ancient movement continues beneath the reflected leaves. Still water preserves forms that have survived beneath countless generations of trees. Warm fur becomes another moving light inside the deepest green. The forest reveals a hidden life, then closes around it again. At the water's edge, even a frog can carry the scale of the ancient forest. The ancient green holds every scale of life, from the forest floor to the highest flight. Across the ocean, the green world returns in colors found nowhere else. Across the ocean, the green world returns in forms found nowhere else. In the island canopy, every shape has followed its own ancient path. The island forest holds an entire world inside its brilliant green crown. Movement becomes brighter where white fur crosses the green canopy. The forest turns every leap into a brief flash of light. As daylight fades, the island reveals lives shaped for another rhythm. Specialized hands can uncover possibilities hidden inside the wood itself. On the island floor, balance and flexibility belong to the same body. The boundary between ground and canopy disappears for those built to cross both. The jewel forest carries its full palette across a single living body. Color becomes most powerful when every shade remains natural. The brightest green can still remain perfectly matched to the forest. Red markings become a small flame against the green. On the forest floor, red becomes as vivid as sunlight. The island forest places its strongest colors close to the earth. Blue becomes another shade of the forest when surrounded by living green. A single flight can carry the island's colors across the canopy. Even the smallest ground traveler carries a pattern impossible to overlook. Yellow and black become a moving signal beneath the jewel green leaves. From the smallest leaf to the widest canopy, the jewel forest holds color at every scale.
As island color fades into night, another ancient forest waits beneath the rain. At the edge of night, another ancient forest begins to remember its own rhythm. Among trees older than memory, even the largest traveler becomes part of the silence. Night enters slowly, where the canopy holds the last light. The forest remains full, even when color begins to fade into blue. In the blue forest, warm fur becomes a moving trace of daylight. The hidden paths of night are written between roots, stone, and shadow. The night forest is crossed by paths that leave almost no sign. Silence becomes another form of movement beneath the trees. At ground level, every fern becomes a wall, and every root becomes a passage. The lower forest holds its secrets close to the ground. night canopy carries motion on feathers built for silence. Before sunrise, the forest sends one of its smallest travelers toward the sea. Forest and ocean remain connected by wings that cross both worlds. At the smallest, the forest remains immense, even when measured from the surface of a single log.
As morning returns, orange light appears first on the smallest bodies.
Color returns quietly from beneath the leaves. The first sunlight reaches a forest already alive beneath the night. Morning does not create the forest. It reveals what continued through the dark. The forest never truly ends. Every leaf, every shadow, and every living path begins again.